Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
My name is Catherine, and today we have a very weather-focused lesson. It's all about all the horrible things that can happen to you with the weather.
Exactly. So as you know, there are many different types of weather, and not only rain or sunshine, but many other phenomena. So we're going to take a look at some of those. But before we go into it, let's take a look at one word on Vocabulary Preview.
Vocabulary Preview.
Okay, so we're talking about extreme weather today. That's not rain or drizzle or sunshine. We're talking about really interesting, unique, and sometimes devastating things that can happen. So today's vocabulary word is Armageddon.
All right, so Armageddon. Now, you've probably seen the movie Armageddon. So what does this word mean?
Okay, so this word is a reference to the end of the world. It means the time when the world will end because of a great catastrophe or a great disaster.
Okay, so everyone talks about Armageddon. It's mentioned in the Bible. And as you say, it's when the world stops existing.
Exactly. So think about that one as we listen to today's dialogue. We will be back in a minute to talk about what's going on.
Those are the headlines for today. And now for the International Weather Report with Mike Sanderson.
Thank you, Bob. This past week has been the beginning of Armageddon for many, as a series of unprecedented meteorological events occurred around the world. In Switzerland, a major avalanche was reported in the Alps. Fortunately, no one was injured. Due to the extreme cold this winter, a blizzard has struck the U.S. Midwest, causing classes in schools and universities to be temporarily canceled. Moving on to Latin America, Ecuador has suffered a 6-month drought that has not only affected farming, but has also forced the closure of the hydroelectric power plant that provides electricity for the entire country. In Chile, a major earthquake that registered 7.5 on the Richter scale struck the southern region. Losses are reported to be in the billions. Authorities have not yet released an official statement.
Not a great week for the world. Any good news?
I'm afraid not, Bob. One of the major volcanoes in Mexico has erupted, causing major floods and landslides in the region. Meanwhile, Mexico's coast has been hit by Hurricane Liliana, and officials say that all the seismic activity leads them to believe that a tsunami may hit Central America, affecting Honduras, Guatemala, and Panama. That's all the news we have for today, but stay tuned for updates on the 6 o'clock news. Back to you, Bob.
All right, we're back. And, well, this weather report is not really far from the truth. I mean, this kind of stuff happens every day all over the world, right?
That's correct. And unfortunately, it's been happening very frequently in the past couple months. We've heard of a lot of earthquakes and volcanoes and things like that. So this is very valuable stuff when you're trying to talk about current events as well.
Okay. So why don't we start now analyzing a couple of different words and phrases on language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
Well, the first vocabulary item we have here is meteorological event. It's a real mouthful. It's a long word.
Meteorological.
So, for example, meteorological means having to do with the weather, something that's related to the weather. So, a meteorological event could be rain, snow.
Okay, so it has to do with meteorology.
Meteorology is the study of the weather, and someone who does this is a meteorologist.
So usually the weathermen that you see on TV, they're meteorologists.
So let's go now to Marco, our resident meteorologist.
There we go.
Our resident meteorologist.
Right, okay. So meteorological events. Now moving on, one of the first events that we're going to look at is an avalanche.
Avalanche. An avalanche has to do with snow. This means that when a mountain that has a lot of snow on it, maybe part of that snow breaks off and starts to roll down, you have a wall of snow that comes down. That's an avalanche.
That's an avalanche.
So you could say, avalanche. When the snow comes down. And it's actually very dangerous because people can get buried under the snow.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so another event that has to do with snow is a blizzard.
Okay, a blizzard is different from an avalanche because an avalanche, maybe it's not snowing, the snow just falls. But in a blizzard, you're talking about a storm of snow.
But it's like a lot of snow coming down from the sky.
So much snow that you probably can't see anything. There's just white everywhere.
Okay. All right, so that's a blizzard. A lot of snow coming down from the sky. Now, moving on, the opposite of snow and things being wet is we have a drought.
Yeah, this is the opposite of wet, actually. So there's no rain in a drought. A drought means that things are very dry. The land is very dry.
Okay, so it's a period of time that there's no snow, there's no water, there's no rain, there's nothing. It's very, very dry. We're going through a drought.
Correct. And the problem with a drought is very dangerous is because people cannot grow food in a drought. And so lots of people starve when this happens.
Okay, so you got to watch out for a drought. Now, in this case, it not only affected farming, but also we have a hydroelectric power plant that can't work, obviously, because there's no water.
So hydro means water. Hydroelectric means electricity that is generated by flowing water. And so, for example, a mill, something that churns water on a river, is a way to get power from water. But
Right.
a hydroelectric project that can give you electricity is maybe like a dam or an electric mill.
Right. So usually you have these on rivers and they just take advantage of the flowing of water to turn some huge turbines and generate power. So that's all we have for now. Why don't we listen to the dialogue again? And we'll be back shortly to take a look at some more words.
Those are the headlines for today. And now for the International Weather Report with Mike Sanderson.
Thank you, Bob. This past week has been the beginning of Armageddon for many, as a series of unprecedented meteorological events occurred around the world. In Switzerland, a major avalanche was reported in the Alps. Fortunately, no one was injured. Due to the extreme cold this winter, a blizzard has struck the U.S. Midwest, causing classes in schools and universities to be temporarily canceled. Moving on to Latin America, Ecuador has suffered a 6-month drought that has not only affected farming, but has also forced the closure of the hydroelectric power plant that provides electricity for the entire country. In Chile, a major earthquake that registered 7.5 on the Richter scale struck the southern region. Losses are reported to be in the billions. Authorities have not yet released an official statement.
Not a great week for the world. Any good news?
I'm afraid not, Bob. One of the major volcanoes in Mexico has erupted, causing major floods and landslides in the region. Meanwhile, Mexico's coast has been hit by Hurricane Liliana, and officials say that all the seismic activity leads them to believe that a tsunami may hit Central America, affecting Honduras, Guatemala, and Panama. That's all the news we have for today, but stay tuned for updates on the 6 o'clock news. Back to you, Bob.
Well, a word that many people are unfortunately familiar with is Richter or Richter scale. And now this is something that a lot of people are talking about right now because of the earthquake in Sichuan, China last year, and the earthquake in Haiti very recently. And so the Richter scale, that's a big R because it's a proper name, is a way for us to determine how severe, how big the earthquake was.
Right, so people talk about a 6.0, a 7.1, so that's on the Richter scale.
The lowest is 0 and the highest is 10, correct?
Right, but 10 is like impossible, apparently.
Apparently, and a lot of them are actually underwater, but the very serious ones are maybe 8.0, 7.0.
All right, so Richter scale. Now, we talked about earthquakes, we talked about snowing. Now, let's talk about a volcano. A volcano in Mexico has erupted.
Okay, so we've got two words here, volcano. A volcano is a mountain that has an opening in the center where lava from the middle of the earth, the center of the earth, can come out. So it's very dangerous, obviously, because it's very hot.
Right.
But a volcano doesn't open, it erupts. So the verb here that we use with a volcano is to erupt.
Okay, so it doesn't explode, a volcano erupts.
That means to open violently, very quickly.
Okay, so when this happens, obviously you have a lot of lava, you have maybe snow that melts, and you have floods and landslides.
Okay, landslides. A landslide is one word, but it's made up of two words that you probably already know. So land, obviously, it's the ground and
the
things
earth.
like that, the earth. but a slide is to move down across the ground. And so a landslide happens when you've got something like lava or water that's pushing all of the earth, all of the ground down, and it's destroying houses and trees and land, and it's very, very destructive.
Right. So you usually see this that happens on the side of mountains or on the side of hills where all that land starts to slide down or to go down. And it's very similar to an avalanche, right? But instead of snow falling down, it's land.
Mud and land.
Mud, yeah. All right. So we have a landslide. And because of all the eruptions and the earthquakes, they said that they have a lot of seismic activity.
This word seismic is something that I've heard a lot recently in movies like 2012.
Yeah.
So seismic means having to do with the movement of the plates under the Earth's crust. So, the Earth is not everything that we see. It's also activity, things happening underneath the ground.
Right.
And so underneath the ground, we have these big plates, and seismic activity is what happens when these kind of things start to move. Activity is movement. And so seismic activity refers to earthquakes and volcanoes, things that are changing under the ground that will affect us.
Okay. So that's seismic activity. It's pronounced seismic, right?
Seismic. That's
Seismic.
correct.
Okay. And because of all this activity, people say that they may have a tsunami.
Well, this doesn't sound very English, does it?
I know, tsunami. And actually, if you see the spelling, it's with a T, T-S.
Right, I think it's a Japanese word, but I'm not positive.
I think so, too.
Tsunami is the name that we give to a giant tidal wave. So that's a wave of water in the ocean that's very, very dangerous because it can get to 100, 200 feet tall. And this means that when it comes down, it can destroy houses, cities, cars, things like that.
Right.
And there was a very, very famous tsunami in Southeast Asia in 2004. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and in Indonesia, right?
That's right, in Indonesia and Thailand and Vietnam.
Yeah, it was intense. It was big. And it was also because of an earthquake, right?
I think so. All these earthquakes, they move the earth around, and then all of a sudden the reaction is that there's water that moves,
This
and the water
huge wave.
then turns into a wave.
Yeah, just imagine what happens if you have a bucket of water and then you start moving the bucket just a little bit, and you see how water starts to splat all over the place.
That's right.
All right, so tsunami was our last word for today. Why don't we listen to our dialogue again, and we'll be back shortly.
Those are the headlines for today. And now for the International Weather Report with Mike Sanderson.
Thank you, Bob. This past week has been the beginning of Armageddon for many, as a series of unprecedented meteorological events occurred around the world. In Switzerland, a major avalanche was reported in the Alps. Fortunately, no one was injured. Due to the extreme cold this winter, a blizzard has struck the U.S. Midwest, causing classes in schools and universities to be temporarily canceled. Moving on to Latin America, Ecuador has suffered a 6-month drought that has not only affected farming, but has also forced the closure of the hydroelectric power plant that provides electricity for the entire country. In Chile, a major earthquake that registered 7.5 on the Richter scale struck the southern region. Losses are reported to be in the billions. Authorities have not yet released an official statement.
Not a great week for the world. Any good news?
I'm afraid not, Bob. One of the major volcanoes in Mexico has erupted, causing major floods and landslides in the region. Meanwhile, Mexico's coast has been hit by Hurricane Liliana, and officials say that all the seismic activity leads them to believe that a tsunami may hit Central America, affecting Honduras, Guatemala, and Panama. That's all the news we have for today, but stay tuned for updates on the 6 o'clock news. Back to you, Bob.
So, Marco, these are all pretty terrifying. Have you ever experienced a meteorological event like one of the ones that we talked about today?
I've actually lived it through like 3 earthquakes, like pretty big ones.
Well, that's because you used to live in Los Angeles.
In LA, yeah. So we get them all the time in LA. Apart from that, I've seen a volcano erupt a couple of times because, Ecuador is part of the volcano alley, right? Mm-hmm. It's all the Andes mountains, and it's part of the circle of fire, what they call. So we have a couple of different active volcanoes, and from time to time they will start to smoke or to spew some lava, but nothing major. Like, there hasn't been a major catastrophe with the volcanoes. Hopefully it won't either.
Well, and these days they have a lot of equipment, seismic equipment and meteorological equipment that can help meteorologists to determine when things will happen, like when a volcano will erupt or if there will be an earthquake, because they can study the tremors in the ground.
Right. Yeah, and I think probably the most famous volcano is, I think it was in Italy, right? Mount Vesuvius.
That's right. So you've got Mount Vesuvius in Naples, which famously destroyed a number of cities in this ancient civilization and ancient
What is a major
Roman times.
eruption?
It was, and what's amazing is that they still have a lot of the buildings
Underground,
under
right?
the ash.
Wow.
Because when all the ash settled, it preserved the bodies like a mummy.
That's
and so you
crazy.
can see the bodies and the things that they, their jewelry and their money, and it's fascinating because it's this horrible, horrible natural disaster actually helped us in the future learn about this old civilization.
Yeah. It's crazy. Actually, in Ecuador, you can see a huge hole that has like a lake in the middle. And you're like, oh, wow, that's beautiful. But that's actually caused because the entire mountain just kind of blew the top off, like the cone, because of this major eruption. So you can just imagine
Wow.
how powerful these eruptions are. I can just imagine what it would have been like Mount Vesuvius. But anyway, on a brighter note, if you have any questions, any comments, or any stories of your own, maybe you've lived through a typhoon, a hurricane, a tornado, you can come to our website, englishpod.com.
We hope to see you there.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye. The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
Great snow. Blizzard. A prolonged period of scanty rainfall. Drought. A very big rain and windstorm. Hurricane. A large sea wave produced by an earthquake. Tsunami. Something tech relating to or caused by an earthquake. Seismic activity.
Let's try that faster.
A very big rain and windstorm. Hurricane. A prolonged period of scanty rainfall. Drought. Something tech relating to or caused by an earthquake. Seismic activity. Great snow. Blizzard. A large sea wave produced by an earthquake. Tsunami.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Blizzard.
With the blizzard came strong gusts of wind, freezing temperatures, and near zero visibility because of all the blowing snow.
Blizzard.
The blizzard warning will remain in effect until tomorrow morning, when the winds will die down to about 30 kilometers per hour.
Blizzard.
If you really need to venture out into that blizzard with your car, you are going to have to go at a crawl because of the near whiteout conditions and the danger of drifting.
Drought.
The lack of rain in the spring and the above average temperatures caused a drought in the late summer.
Drought.
We have to start conserving water because of the drought.
Drought.
For about half a decade in the 1930s, The prairies in Canada and the United States experienced a severe drought, during which there were numerous dust storms, and the land became a wasteland.
Hurricane.
Several mudslides occurred in this region shortly after the hurricane passed through.
Hurricane.
North Atlantic hurricanes are formed off the tip of Africa, build as they travel across the Atlantic Ocean, and then finally hit the Caribbean and the southern United States at full force.
Hurricane.
The weather became very calm all of a sudden, and we knew that the eye of the hurricane was passing over us.
Seismic activity.
He measured the earthquakes using a seismograph and noticed the increase in seismic activity.
Seismic activity.
Seismic activity can cause new land masses to form and the destruction of others.
Seismic activity.
The seismic activity caused earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and multiple tsunamis.
Tsunami.
When there is a massive earthquake on the ocean floor, a lot of water is displaced, forming a tsunami as this water travels towards land.
Tsunami.
The Indian Ocean tsunami in 2004 was caused by one of the largest earthquakes ever recorded.
Tsunami.
She looked out over the land, still flooded in areas by water left by the tsunami that had ravaged her home just days before.
Hello, English learners. Welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I'm Erica.
And today we have an elementary lesson for you, and we are at the supermarket.
That's right. We're at the grocery store, and we're going to learn some language you can use when you want to pay for your groceries.
So this lesson was requested by one of our users that wanted vocabulary and different phrases that are used in the supermarket when the person is about to pay for all the things they need.
That's right. And we also have some great language that the person who is actually selling the groceries can use.
All right, so let's listen to our dialogue for the first time and see what happens.
Excuse me, sir. This is the express checkout lane for people that have 15 items or fewer. It looks like you have more than 15 items there.
Oh, come on. I have 16 items. Cut me some slack, will ya?
Fine. Please place your items on the belt and push your shopping cart through. Do you prefer paper or plastic?
Plastic. I also have a couple of coupons.
No problem. I'll take those. Sir, these coupons expired yesterday.
Darn. Oh well, I guess it's just not my day. Thanks anyway.
Do you have a club card or will it be cash?
Yeah, I got a club card. Here you go.
Will this be debit or credit?
Debit, please. Also, could I get cash back? $50 would be great.
Yeah, sure. Your total is $78.33. Here's your receipt. Have a nice day.
Well, we can see in this dialogue that the guy was able to buy his food and you know, they were using some really interesting, helpful language.
That's right. And so why don't we look at this language now in Language Takeaway?
Language takeaway.
Okay, we have 6 words for you today. And the first one, the girl, the cashier, says this is the express checkout lane.
All right, so checkout lane.
The checkout lane.
So the checkout lane is the place where you get in line to pay for all the goods you bought.
Right. So the checkout lane. Now, why did she say express checkout lane?
So in grocery stores or in supermarkets, sometimes you have a specific checkout lane that's faster.
Okay.
Because people have less things.
So express is the faster checkout lane.
Right, the faster one.
All right. So next, she tells the guy to put your items on the belt.
Okay, the belt.
The belt.
A belt. Now, we know belt as the thing you put around your waist.
To keep your pants up.
Right. But in a supermarket, the belt is the moving table that you put your groceries on so the cashier starts to pass them through.
Okay, so the belt.
Okay, the belt.
Put your groceries on the belt.
And then the guy said that he had a couple of coupons.
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 A coupon.
Okay, so what is a coupon?
A coupon is a piece of paper you can use to get a discount.
All right, so it has a discount on it.
A discount for one thing. Like,
okay.
So maybe you buy some apples and you get 10% off one kind of apple.
Very good. Coupons. Mm-hmm. Now, he presented these coupons and she said they were expired.
The coupons expired yesterday.
Expired.
To expire.
All right, so to expire, that means?
To be older than the date when you can use them.
Right, so why don't we listen to some other examples of how we can use expired so we can understand a little bit better.
Example 1.
I'm sorry, sir. This credit card expired 5 years ago. You can't use it anymore.
Example 2.
My driver's license expires in a month, so I have to get it renewed.
Example 3.
Don't drink that. The milk has expired.
Okay, so we can see his coupons expired, so they were too old and he couldn't use them anymore.
Exactly. And now, finally, she asked him if he wants to pay with his club card or cash.
So club card.
Club card.
What's a club card?
So in some supermarkets, you can receive a special type of credit card that you can only use for grocery shopping.
And only in that store.
Right. So that is a club card.
All right, so a club card. Okay, so he's going to pay with a card, but he also asks for some cash back.
Cash back.
Could I get cash back?
Cash back.
Now, what's he talking about? Can he get cash back? He's paying with a card. What does he want to do?
Well, what happens is sometimes, suppose your groceries cost $20.
Okay.
So instead of charging $20 to your credit card or your club card, you say, okay, put $70. So then the cashier can give you $50 back. So you can have cash in your pocket.
So instead of going to the ATM, you can get your money in one spot.
Exactly.
All right.
So that's cash back.
Interesting. Well, why don't we hear this one more time in the dialogue, but let's slow it down a little so we can understand better.
Excuse me, sir. This is the express checkout lane for people that have 15 items or fewer. It looks like you have more than 15 items there.
Oh, come on! I have 16 items. Cut me some slack, will ya?
Fine. Please place your items on the belt and push your shopping cart through. Do you prefer paper or plastic?
Plastic. I also have a couple of coupons.
No problem. I'll take those. Sir, these coupons expired yesterday.
Darn! Oh, well, I guess it's just not my day. Thanks anyway.
Do you have a club card or will it be cash?
Yeah, I got a club card. Here you go.
Will this be debit or credit?
Debit, please. Also, could I get cash back? $50 would be great.
Yeah, sure. Your total is $78.33. Here's your receipt. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
All right, so now that we've listened to the dialogue for the second time, it's time for us to take a look at some phrases in Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
Okay, we have 3 phrases for you now. Well, the guy was not having a very good day, was he? So he couldn't go in the express checkout lane, and he says, cut me some slack.
Cut me some slack.
To cut someone some slack.
All right. Now, this is an interesting and very informal phrase. So before we explain it, why don't we listen to a couple of other examples?
Example 1.
Cut me some slack. I'm only 2 minutes late.
Example 2.
My wife just had a baby and I'm so tired. Cut me some slack. I'll send you the report tomorrow.
Example 3.
Emily had a really bad week. I think you should cut her some slack.
Okay, I think I can understand it means relax the rules a little bit.
Right, so don't be so strict on me.
Yeah, don't be so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know this phrase actually comes from mountain climbing.
Oh, really? Oh, because of the rope.
Yeah, so it's like saying the slack is loose rope.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just saying, give me a little bit more freedom.
Give me more freedom. Ah, interesting.
Yep.
To cut somebody some slack.
Well, now the cashier asks him a question. She says, do you prefer paper or plastic?
Do you prefer paper or plastic?
Paper or plastic?
Now, this is the common cliche phrase that any grocery store cashier will use, right?
Yeah. So paper or plastic what?
Bags. Paper or plastic bags.
All right. So you'll hear this all the time in every grocery store. Do you want paper or plastic?
Right. So you can choose plastic bags or paper bags.
Okay. Remember this one, because when you get it right, you'll sound really native-like.
Very good. And our last phrase, since he wasn't really having a good day, he said, it's just not my day.
It's just not my day.
It's not my day.
Okay, so when it's not your day,
it means the day has been hard. You're not really lucky.
Yeah, it's not a good day for you.
Not a good day. All right, so let's listen to the dialogue for the last time, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit about grocery stores in America.
Excuse me, sir. This is the express checkout lane for people that have 15 items or fewer. It looks like you have more than 15 items there.
Oh, come on. I have 16 items. Cut me some slack, will ya?
Fine. Please place your items on the belt and push your shopping cart through. Do you prefer paper or plastic?
Plastic. I also have a couple of coupons.
No problem. I'll take those. Sir, these coupons expired yesterday.
Darn. Oh well, I guess it's just not my day. Thanks anyway.
Do you have a club card or will it be cash?
Yeah, I got a club card. Here you go.
Will this be debit or credit?
Debit, please. Also, could I get cash back? $50 would be great.
Yeah, sure. Your total is $78.33. Here's your receipt. Have a nice day.
Well, one interesting thing I know about grocery stores in America is that the people who are the cashiers are very often students.
Right. It's a very popular summer job or part-time job of like college students.
Yeah, or even in my hometown, it was the most common job for high school students. Mm-hmm. After school, if you went to the grocery store between 4 o'clock and 9 o'clock at night, every single cashier would be a high school student.
And the interesting thing is that the cashiers are usually women, right?
Yeah, always the high school girls who are the cashiers.
And so the high school boys would be working in the back, maybe in the warehouse, carrying boxes or stocking the shelves.
So putting the cans on the shelves, right?
Exactly. It's a very popular part-time job for students in the United States, but also coupons are very popular in America.
Yeah, what is it? What is it about coupons?
Well, usually, for example, in the Sunday newspaper, you will receive a lot of coupons.
Okay.
You go to the grocery store and you have all these coupons for like cookies or a promotion on some type of soda or drink. So it's very popular. People go grocery shopping and then present all these coupons, and actually you can end up saving a good amount of money.
I know the coupons are usually like save 2 cents or save 25 cents, but I guess if you put all of those together, you can save money.
It's interesting because people actually will buy that product just because they have a coupon for it.
Coupons and high school checkout girls.
Dear English learners, now listen carefully. I want to tell you a story about an ordinary conversation in a supermarket that did not stay ordinary at all. It started with a bang, not a real explosion. A stack of cans collapsed near the entrance. The metal sound echoed through the aisles. People froze. A child clapped. Someone said, "Free concert." I looked down and saw a tomato river flowing toward my shoes. I stepped back, but too late. My laces turned red. My day turned red, too. I had come for bread, milk, tea, and a small bag of rice. Simple plan. Clear list. The list sat in my pocket like a faithful friend. I told myself, in and out, 10 minutes. Supermarkets love to test such promises. A worker rushed to the cans. He wore a badge. "Omar," he said. "Please careful, sir." I said, "The tomatoes already attacked." He smiled. "They are brave today." He placed a yellow sign on the floor. It read, "Wet." We both knew it meant slippery and also unlucky. I moved to produce. Oranges looked bright. Bananas wore brown freckles, like old professors. An old man spoke to the apples. "You are small but honest," he said. I picked 3 apples and a cucumber that seemed to be judging me. The old man said, "Choose heavy ones. Heavy apples have stories." I nodded. I did not ask about the stories. A sudden announcement filled the air. A cheerful voice said, "Attention, dear customers, today only, buy 2, get 1 free on garlic." The store went silent for a second. Garlic is not usually a party. A woman near me laughed. "Great," she said. "Now my husband can make friends by keeping them away." We both smiled, bitter and sweet, like garlic. I turned into the bread aisle. It was half empty. A new sign hung from the shelf, "Artisan loaf." The price looked like a phone number. I reached for the normal loaf. A hand reached too. Our fingers touched the same bag. We both pulled back. The other hand belonged to a young mother with a baby in a sling. The baby stared at me like I was a new television channel. The mother said, "You take it." I said, "No, please, you first." The baby sneezed. The loaf got blessed. She picked it up. "Thank you," she said. "I can share. Half for me, half for you." I said, "I am not that hungry." We laughed. She put the loaf in her cart. The baby waved and missed, but the intention was good. At the dairy section, a man argued with yogurt. He said, "You say low fat, but I know your secret." He caught me watching and shrugged. "I am practicing for a job interview." I said, "How is it going?" He pointed at the yogurt. "This one does not ask hard questions." The fridge hummed. like it agreed. The unexpected kept arriving. A storm hit the glass front. Rain slapped the windows. The automatic doors stalled. They stayed shut. People looked up, then at their carts, then at the doors again. A guard named Raffi tested the sensor with his hand. Nothing. He sighed and said, "We are all VIPs now. Very inside people." Someone clapped again. Maybe the same child. A manager appeared. Her name tag said Lena. She had calm eyes, the kind that tell you the ship will not sink today. She said, "Dear customers, please stay calm. The doors will open soon. Our system needs a moment." She spoke like a teacher who had done this many times. The room exhaled. I realized we were all strangers trapped in a polite island with many snacks. I moved to tea. Green, black, mint, lemon, every leaf had a marketing degree. I chose black tea because I needed something predictable. A tall man in a suit stood beside me. His tie was too brave for a rainy day. He asked, "Have you tried the cardamom one?" I said, "Not yet." He whispered, "It reminds me of mornings when I was young and had time." He put 2 boxes in his basket. He did not look young. He looked like someone who had met many meetings. I put 1 box of cardamom tea in mine. Maybe I wanted some of his mornings. A child's cry cut through the hum of fridges. Everyone looked. The baby from the bread aisle had dropped a small sock. The sock lay near the cheese like a lost idea. I picked it up and waved. The mother smiled and hurried over. "Thank you," she said. The baby tried to clap again. The sock clapped instead. We all felt better. Then came a different sound. Not loud, but sharp. A scanner chirped from the front. Then chirped again, too fast. The cashier line buzzed. I rolled my cart closer to pay. The line stretched like a slow river. A teenager behind me wore headphones with no music. He hummed anyway. His t-shirt said, "Loading, please wait." Life's honest shirt. An elderly woman in front of me turned and whispered, "They changed the price of eggs again." Her voice carried history. I said, "Inflation?" She said, "Fashion. Eggs follow fashion now." It was a joke, but her eyes were tired. She shifted a heavy bag of rice in her cart. I asked if she wanted help. She said, "I am old, not glass." Then she smiled and added, "But I would accept a kind hand." We lifted the bag together and set it more comfortably. Her back straightened a little. She said, "Thank you, son." The word warmed me like soup. Another announcement. Lena again. Dear customers, the doors will open shortly. Also, please note a temporary issue with our price system. If you see a different price on the shelf and at the register, we will honor the lower one. A small cheer rose. Humanity loves fair rules. The teenager said, "Honoring the lower one should be a life rule." We nodded like philosophers in a grocery line. Suddenly, a man shouted near aisle 4, "My wallet!" He patted his pockets. He looked at the floor. Panic rose like heat. People stared, unsure. He looked like a teacher on the first day before he found his lesson plan. The guard Rafi walked over. "What does it look like?" The man said, "Black, small. My whole life is inside." Rafi nodded. Lives should not fit in small black things. That was both comforting and true. We all looked down. We all scanned shelves and corners. I saw only cookies judging me again. A child tugged my sleeve. Not the baby, a different child with curious eyes. She said, "Sir, is this it?" In her hand, a black wallet. She had found it near the cereal mascots that were busy smiling. The man nearly cried. He took the wallet with shaking hands. "Bless you," he said. "Please, you must take something." The child's mother shook her head. "No need." The man insisted. He put a pack of chocolate in the child's basket. The girl grinned so wide the aisle brightened. We all felt our shoulders drop. At the register, Omar scanned items with the rhythm of a drummer. Beep, beep, beep. He looked tired but kind. My turn came. He scanned the apples. He weighed the cucumber like a fortune teller. He scanned the cardamom tea and gave a small nod. "Nice choice," he said. I said, "It reminds someone of mornings." He said, "It reminds me of my mother." The screen showed a higher price for rice than the shelf. I mentioned it. Omar called price check. A young worker ran to the aisle like a sprinter with a mission. He returned and said, "Yes, lower on shelf." Omar adjusted it with a small victory smile. He said, "We honor the lower one." He said it like a promise to the world. The elderly woman behind me tapped my arm and whispered, "See, fashion bends to truth." The storm outside softened. The doors clicked. They opened with a tired sigh. Everyone cheered again, but quieter, like we had learned something about patience. Rafi bowed. "You are free," he said, like a magician who had finally opened the box. But our story did not end there. As I paid, a man with a phone on a stick walked by, speaking to the camera. "What's up, friends?" he said. "We found the cheapest way to shop. Wait until the doors lock, then they honor lower prices." He winked. Lena appeared beside him like a quiet storm. "Sir," she said, "please do not spread confusion." He laughed. "It's just content." She looked at me, then at the line, then back at him. "Respect is also content," she said. He lowered the phone. He looked at the floor. Then he said, softer, "You're right." He put the phone away and took a deep breath. Maybe that was the first true thing he had filmed all day. I moved to the bagging area. A young kid bagged my items with care. He double-bagged the milk. He placed bread on top like a crown. I said, "You are an artist." He said, "My mother taught me to put heavy at bottom, fragile at top. It is also a life lesson." I liked that. I gave him a thank you that tried to be bigger than words. When I turned to leave, I saw the elderly woman struggling with her 2 bags and her cane. I offered to carry one. She agreed. We walked toward the exit together. On the way, she said, "My husband and I used to shop here every Thursday. He passed last winter." Her voice wavered. I said, "I am sorry." She nodded. "He loved the way they stack oranges. He said they looked like tiny suns fighting the cold." We passed the oranges. They did look brave. I asked her name. "Pari," she said. "It means fairy." I told her she had just granted me a small wish, to be useful. We did not speak for a few steps. Silence can be kind. At the door, the rain had calmed to silver threads. Rafi held it open. "Careful," he said. The floor near the entrance was still wet. The yellow sign stood there like a small soldier. A teenager slid a little but recovered. He raised both arms like a gymnast after a routine and whispered, "Stuck the landing." We laughed and pretended not to. Outside, a man in a hurry bumped my shoulder. He said sorry without looking and kept moving. He stepped in a puddle. His shoe made a sad sound. He looked back at me, and for a second we both wanted to laugh. We did, but gently, because some days are long. Pari pointed to a taxi. I waved it over. The driver rolled down the window. He looked like he had slept in his seat, but his eyes were kind. We put her bags in the back. She took my hand. Her skin felt like paper with history written on it. "Thank you," she said. "You honored the lower price in your heart." I did not know what to say, so I bowed a little and closed the door. Back inside, people were still moving, buying, choosing, refusing, comparing labels, counting coins. Ordinary life played its steady music. I remembered my bread. I looked down at my bag. No bread. The mother from earlier appeared beside me like a plot twist. She held out half a loaf in a plastic bag. "I meant it," she said. "Half for you." The baby slept now, mouth open, dreaming of perfect milk. I took the half loaf. "Thank you," I said. "I will return it next time with interest." She smiled. "Bring jam." I felt lighter, then heavier, because life is like that. A pair of teenagers argued about cereal. One said, "This one has more vitamins." The other said, "This one has more cartoons." A man chose a tiny basket to signal he was disciplined. 10 minutes later, he carried a mountain in his arms like a stubborn hero. A woman studied price per kilogram like a detective cracking a case. A worker faced the shelves, pulling items forward so the store looked full and hopeful again. At the customer service desk, the influencer returned. He had put away the phone. He spoke to Lena. "I want to apologize," he said. "I forgot that real people are not props." Lena listened. She did not make a speech. She said, "Thank you for seeing it." He looked at the floor. "Can I do something?" She pointed to the restacked cans near the entrance. He rolled up his sleeves and started to help. Quiet work is also content, but it does not need a camera. I headed for the exit again. The rain had stopped. The street shone like a polished story. Rafi nodded at me. "Good day?" he asked. I thought about the tomatoes, the lost wallet, the price check, the half loaf, the small sock, the apology, the elderly woman with tiny sons. "Yes," I said, "very good day." He smiled. Supermarkets are like small cities. You enter for milk and leave with memories. It sounded like something he had learned the hard way. I took one step outside and heard my name. The young bagger ran up. He held my cardamom tea. I had left it on the counter. "You forgot your mornings," he said. I laughed and accepted them back. "Thank you," I said. "I need them." He grinned and jogged inside, already arranging tomorrow in his head. On the bus home, the bags sat at my feet like calm animals. I thought about what had happened. Nothing huge if you think about headlines. No heroism, no fireworks, no grand speeches. Just a quiet chain of people choosing to be decent. A hand offering half a loaf. A guard making jokes so fear could not grow. A manager balancing rules with grace. A child returning a wallet and receiving a chocolate that tasted like justice. An influencer learning that attention is not love. An old woman carrying a heavy bag and a heavier memory. Then sharing both, then leaving a blessing on a rainy day. I reached my stop. The street smelled clean. The air felt new. I walked up the stairs to my small apartment. I put milk in the fridge. I placed bread on the counter. I made tea. Cardamom rose like a kind ghost in the steam. I sat by the window and looked at the sky. Clouds were moving like polite ships. I broke a piece of bread and ate it plain. It tasted like the supermarket, like people doing their best, like an ordinary day that surprised me with its gentle courage. I called my mother. I told her about the doors, the rain, the price check, the lost wallet, the half loaf, the apology. She listened and said, "You see how the world works. We are all shelves in the same store. We keep each other from falling." I told her about the cardamom tea. She said, "Good. It will carry your mornings." We said goodbye with warm voices. Later, I wrote a small note to myself and stuck it to the fridge. It said, "Honor the lower price. Be generous with the higher heart." I smiled at my own joke. Bittersweet. True enough for a Tuesday. The next day, I returned to the supermarket, not for a big list, but to bring jam. I looked for the young mother. I did not see her. I left the jam with Lena and asked her to pass it on if she came. Lena nodded. "We remember faces here," she said. "Also stories." I handed a small box of sweets to the bagger. "For your art," I said. He laughed and bowed like a chef. I shook hands with Rafi. He said, "Doors are open today." I said, "Sometimes they are." On my way out, the oranges glowed. The cans stood tall. The yellow sign rested against a wall, off duty. The store hummed a quiet song. I stepped into the street. Traffic yawned. The day waited. I carried my small bag like a secret, but it was not a secret. It was simply food, and also a reminder that simple places hold complicated kindness. So if you ever visit a supermarket on a rainy afternoon and the doors lock and the prices argue and the cans decide to practice percussion, do not worry. Take a breath. Check for small socks. Look for small suns. Share a loaf if you can. And if the scanner beeps too fast, be patient. The world often needs a moment. We can give it one. Thank you for listening.
James, do you always walk so fast with the shopping cart? You almost ran over that display of apples.
Well, Sophia, if I don't move fast, someone else will take the last ripe bananas. Supermarket is a serious place.
A serious place? Come on, it's not a war zone. It's just grocery shopping. Relax.
You say that now. But last week I fought with an old man over the last pack of organic strawberries.
Did you win?
No, he gave me the look. You know, the "don't mess with me" look. I surrendered.
Smart choice. Okay, let's start with fruits and vegetables. What do we need?
Apples, bananas, some oranges, maybe grapes. Oh, and cucumbers.
Don't forget tomatoes. And please, not the soft ones that explode in the bag.
Hey, last time it was not my fault. The cashier threw the bread on top of them.
Excuses. Anyway, let's pick carefully. Look at this cucumber. It's curved like a banana.
Perfect. It's a 2-in-1. Salad and comedy.
You're impossible. Okay, what's next on the list?
Bread. But be careful. The bakery section is dangerous. The smell makes you buy more than you need.
True. Last time I only wanted one loaf, but I ended up with croissants, muffins, and a cake.
And we ate all of it in one weekend.
Don't remind me. My diet cried that day.
Look, they have fresh sourdough. Should I grab it?
Yes, but just one. No extra snacks.
Fine. Moving on, we need milk, cheese, and eggs.
Don't forget yogurt. And please, the low-fat one this time.
Why low fat? The full-fat one tastes better.
Because I'm trying to eat healthy. You can eat the full-fat one, but don't steal mine.
Deal! Oh no, look at the price of eggs. It's like they're made of gold.
Maybe the chickens are on strike.
Ha! Demanding better living conditions?
Or maybe they're just on vacation in Hawaii.
If I were a chicken, I'd definitely choose Hawaii.
Enough with the chicken jokes. Put the eggs in the cart. Carefully this time.
Yes, boss. Okay, now let's go to the meat section. Do we want chicken or beef?
Chicken. Healthier and easier to cook.
But beef makes better burgers.
Fine, let's compromise. Chicken for weekdays, beef for the weekend.
I like that. Weekend burgers sound great.
Don't forget to check the expiration date.
Relax, I know. I once bought expired sausages, remember?
How could I forget? They smelled like science experiment.
Lesson learned. I now inspect everything like a detective.
Good. Now, cereals. Do you want your usual chocolate ones?
Of course. Breakfast without chocolate is just sadness in a bowl.
You're like a child. Okay, but I'm getting oats.
Oats are boring.
They're healthy. Not everything has to be exciting.
Fine. We'll balance chocolate for me, oats for you.
Deal. Now, snacks. Do you want chips?
Obviously. Chips are life.
But only one bag. Remember what happened last time?
Yes, I ate 3 bags in 2 days. Not my proudest moment.
Exactly. 1 bag this time.
Okay. Hey, should we buy ice cream?
My heart says yes. My diet says no.
Listen to your heart, Sophia. Ice cream never lies.
You're dangerous. But fine, 1 small tub.
Victory!
Don't celebrate yet. We still need cleaning products.
Oh no, the boring aisle.
It's important. Do you want to wash dishes with no soap?
Actually, no. Okay, dish soap, laundry detergent, and maybe sponges.
Good. And toilet paper. Always toilet paper.
Right. Imagine running out at midnight. Disaster.
Exactly. All right, I think we're almost done.
Wait, coffee. We can't survive mornings without it.
True. Do you want the strong one or the mild one?
Strong. If it doesn't wake me up, it's useless.
Fine, but don't blame me when you can't sleep at night.
I'll just count sheep. Or chickens on vacation in Hawaii.
You and your chicken jokes again.
What can I say? They're exciting.
Stop. That was terrible.
But you laughed.
Only a little. Okay, let's go to checkout.
Look at our cart. It's full. We came for a few things, and now it looks like we're feeding an army.
That's always the supermarket trap. You go in for bread, you come out with half the store.
True. At least we'll be ready for anything. Even a chicken strike.
Enough with the chickens. Let's pay and get out of here.
All right, but next time you're pushing the cart. My arms need a holiday too.
Deal. But no running like you did at the start.
Fine. Slow and steady, like a cucumber-shaped banana.
You're unbelievable. Let's go.
Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word. The place you line up to pay for the things you want.
Checkout lane.
To supply a shop with merchandise.
Stock.
Don't be so strict. Bend the rules.
Cut me some slack.
A place where goods are stored prior to their sale or distribution.
Warehouse.
To no longer be valid after a period of time.
Expire.
Domestic birds, such as chickens, turkeys, ducks, or geese, raised for meat or eggs.
Poultry.
A person, usually a teenager, that works at a supermarket and places groceries that a person buys in plastic or paper bags.
Bag boy.
Charging more money to your card in order to receive cash back.
Cash back.
An arrangement of numbers and parallel lines on a package which can be electronically scanned at a checkout to give the price of the goods.
Barcode.
A lot of bad things happened to me today.
It is just not my day.
Let's try that faster. A place where goods are stored prior to their sale or distribution.
Warehouse.
A lot of bad things happened to me today.
It is just not my day.
The place you line up to pay for the things you want.
Checkout lane.
Don't be so strict. Bend the rules.
Cut me some slack.
Charging more money to your card in order to receive cash back.
Cash back.
An arrangement of numbers and parallel lines on a package which can be electronically scanned at a checkout to give the price of the goods.
Barcode.
To no longer be valid after a period of time.
Expire.
Domestic birds such as chickens, turkeys, ducks, or geese raised for meat or eggs.
Poultry.
A person, usually a teenager, that works at a supermarket and places groceries that a person buys in plastic or paper bags.
Bag boy.
To supply a shop with merchandise.
Stock.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Checkout lane. Excuse me? Can you tell me where the checkout lane is? Checkout lane. There are so many people waiting in line at the checkout lane. Checkout lane. I hate coming to this grocery store because they don't have enough checkout lanes. Cut me some slack. Cut me some slack. I'm only 2 minutes late. Cut me some slack. My wife just had a baby and I'm so tired. Cut me some slack. I'll send you the report tomorrow. Cut me some slack. Emily had a really bad week. I think you should cut her some slack. Expire. I'm sorry, sir. This credit card expired 5 years ago. You can't use it anymore. Expire. My driver's license expires in a month, so I have to get it renewed. Expire. Don't drink that! The milk has expired. Cash back. I wanted to get cash back at the grocery store, but the cashier said they had a policy against it. Cash back. Can I get cash back if I pay with my credit card? Cash back. Cash back is the most convenient way to get cash in case of an emergency without paying additional fees. It is just not my day. I spilled coffee in the morning and got a flat tire on my way home. It's just not my day today. It is just not my day. Today was just not my day. I have too many things to do and so little time. It is just not my day. I need a massage. Today was just not my day. We had a lot of problems with our new client.
Hello, English learners, and welcome back to another episode of English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I'm Erica.
And today, with Erica, we are getting married.
Well, we're not getting married.
We're not, but our actors in the podcast are.
That's right. So we've got a lesson today about weddings. And you know what? A lot of the language in this lesson is about weddings and marriages. And maybe you don't need to use this language every day, but
learning this vocabulary will definitely help you understand or learn a lot more about Anglo culture.
Okay, great point, Marco. I think now we can look at our vocabulary preview.
Vocabulary preview.
So 2 simple words in this vocabulary preview. The first one is groom.
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 So who is the groom?
Is the man that's getting married.
Okay, and our second word is
bride.
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 And obviously the bride is
the woman getting married.
Perfect. Now we have our bride and our groom, so it's time to listen to our dialogue the first time.
I can't believe that Anthony is finally getting married.
Yeah, well, it's about time. He's been living with his parents for 40 years.
Don't be mean. Look, here come the bridesmaids. Oh, their dresses look beautiful.
Who are those kids walking down the aisle?
That's the flower girl and the ring bearer. I'm pretty sure that they're the groom's niece and nephew. Oh, they look so cute.
I just hope the priest makes it quick. I'm starving. I hope the food's good at the reception.
That's all you ever think about. Food. Oh, I think the bride's coming now. Oh, she looks gorgeous. Wait, what's she doing? Where is she going?
Oh, great. Does this mean that the reception is canceled?
Oh, Marco, that's so sad.
Yeah, I know. The reception is canceled.
Marco, they're not getting married.
Oh, well, I mean, the best part is when you go and eat and drink at the reception.
Okay. Well, there's some great language in this dialogue. And now let's look at our language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
Great. Our first word on the language takeaway today is it's about time.
It's about time.
It's about time.
It's about time.
So now we are going to listen to some examples on how we use this great phrase.
Example 1.
Dinner's ready.
It's about time. I'm starving.
Example 2.
Guess what? I finally got a job.
It's about time. You've been unemployed for 2 years.
Example 3.
We're almost there. Just a couple more minutes.
It's about time. We've been driving for 12 hours.
So this phrase means finally.
Finally, at last.
We've been waiting a long time for this.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's about time.
Great. Let's take a look at our second word now. Aisle.
Aisle.
A-I-S-L-E.
Aisle.
Aisle. It's a tricky word. It sounds like the contraction of I will.
Yeah, but it's spelled so strangely.
Right. We don't pronounce the S. The S is silent.
That's true.
Aisle.
So what is an aisle?
in a big room where you have a lot of chairs, that space in the middle that allows people to walk through, that's the aisle.
So the aisle is the part where you walk.
Yes.
In a big room.
In a big room.
With many chairs.
With many chairs.
Okay.
So in the church,
the bride and groom
walk down the aisle.
Exactly.
Great.
Let's move to our third word.
Bridesmaid.
Bridesmaid.
Bridesmaids.
So who are the bridesmaids? Or wait, maybe you should ask me that.
Yeah, because we don't get bridesmaids.
Okay, so the bridesmaids are the women who are friends of the bride who stand next to her when she's getting married. Usually they're her best friends.
Right, okay. Okay, so we have our bridesmaids. Now we have our flower girl.
Flower girl.
Flower girl.
Again, I'll explain this one.
Please.
The flower girl is that cute little girl who walks down the aisle and who throws flowers.
That's the flower girl. And with the flower girl, we have our ring bearer.
Ring bearer.
Ring bearer.
So the ring bearer is the cute little boy who walks down the aisle carrying the
rings.
Yep.
Okay, so a lot of useful vocabulary for a wedding ceremony.
That's true.
Now let's look at our last word. Gorgeous.
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 Gorgeous means beautiful.
Very beautiful.
Yeah. Beautiful you can only use with a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Can you use gorgeous with a woman or with a man?
Yes, gorgeous is unisex.
So both men and women are gorgeous.
Right, you can say, oh, that girl is gorgeous.
That guy is gorgeous.
Right? Or you can say even, this house is gorgeous.
Okay, so men, women, objects.
Yes, yes.
All right, well, we've learned some really interesting vocabulary that will help us to understand an Anglo wedding. So why don't we listen to the dialogue slowed down?
I can't believe that Anthony is finally getting married.
Yeah, well, it's about time. He's been living with his parents for 40 years.
Don't be mean. Look, here come the bridesmaids. Their dresses look beautiful.
Who are those kids walking down the aisle?
That's the flower girl and the ring bearer. I'm pretty sure they're the groom's niece and nephew. Oh, they look so cute.
I just hope the priest makes it quick. I'm starving. I hope the food's good at the reception.
That's all you ever think about. Food. Oh, I think the bride's coming now. She looks gorgeous. Wait, what's she doing? Where's she going?
Oh, great. Does this mean that the reception is canceled?
Now in this dialogue, we have a word that many students often make mistakes on.
So this is a word that causes a lot of problems.
Yes, the word marry.
Marry.
Marry, right? So we are going to listen now to some common mistakes on how English learners use this word.
Right, so these are wrong examples.
Example 1.
Honey, let's marry.
Example 2.
We married 4 years ago.
Example 3.
When I marry, I want a huge wedding.
These are great examples of mistakes students make with the word marry. They're missing a word. Let's listen to these right examples to see what word is missing.
Example 1.
Honey, let's get married.
Example 2.
We got married 4 years ago.
Example 3.
When I get married, I want a huge wedding.
Great. So we can see that when we use the word marry, we say to get married.
Exactly right. get married.
To get married, right?
Okay, don't forget that.
Yes. Get married. I will get married.
We got married.
Right. So now you know exactly how to use this word. We are ready to listen to our dialogue again for a third time. And this time it's going to be at a normal speed.
I can't believe that Anthony is finally getting married.
Yeah, well, it's about time. He's been living with his parents for 40 years.
Don't be mean. Look, here come the bridesmaids. Oh, their dresses look beautiful.
Who are those kids walking down the aisle?
That's the flower girl and the ring bearer. I'm pretty sure that they're the groom's niece and nephew. Oh, they look so cute.
I just hope the priest makes it quick. I'm starving. I hope the food's good at the reception.
That's all you ever think about. Food. Oh, I think the bride's coming now. Oh, she looks gorgeous. Wait, what's she doing? Where is she going?
Oh, great. Does this mean that the reception is canceled?
Okay, well, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know too much about marriages because, first of all, I'm not married and I've never really been to many marriages. So, Erica, some questions for you.
Okay.
What are these bridesmaids do? I mean, what are they about?
What do the bridesmaids do?
Yeah, what are they doing there?
Well, like I said earlier, the bridesmaids are the friends of the bride. But the most important people, besides the bride and groom, are the best man and the maid of honor.
Okay, and what do they do there in the ceremony?
Well, what they do is they sign the marriage license.
Okay. So they're like witnesses.
Exactly.
Okay. So, but wait a minute. They signed the marriage license there in the church?
Yeah, of course. Right inside the church, you sign the marriage license.
Wow, that's strange. Because from what I know, in other countries, usually you will sign the marriage license before the ceremony.
So you get married twice.
Yeah, you have like the civil marriage and then you have like the church wedding or whatever.
That's so complicated.
Well, yeah, I mean, the church wedding is just the ceremony. It's not really anything official.
Oh, in Canada, it's the official part as well.
I guess maybe you're just more efficient.
Maybe. Well, this is a really fascinating, a really interesting subject, isn't it?
Yeah, because there's so many countries that have different marriage ceremonies. I know that marriages in India last around 7 days.
Yeah. I want to know more about how our users get married in their country.
Yeah, so please go to our website at englishpod.com and tell us how you get married in your countries.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear your stories.
Yeah, it should be interesting, right?
Okay, well, everyone, thanks for listening. And until next time, goodbye.
Bye. The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
Joined in marriage.
Married.
Finally.
It's about time.
Female friends or relatives who help the bride at a wedding.
Bridesmaid.
A passage between sections of seats.
Aisle.
A girl at a wedding that throws flower petals down the aisle.
Flower girl.
A boy at a wedding who holds the wedding rings.
Ring bearer.
Party held to celebrate something or to welcome people.
Reception.
A man who is about to be married.
Groom.
Female who is about to get married.
Bride.
Very beautiful or attractive.
Gorgeous.
Let's try that faster.
A girl at a wedding that throws flower petals down the aisle.
Flower girl.
Female who is about to get married.
Bride.
Joined in marriage.
Married.
A man who is about to be married.
Groom.
Joined in marriage.
Married.
Very beautiful or attractive.
Gorgeous.
Female who is about to get married.
Bride.
Party held to celebrate something or to welcome people.
Reception.
A girl at a wedding that throws flower petals down the aisle.
Flower girl.
Finally.
It's about time.
A passage between sections of seats.
Aisle.
Finally.
It's about time.
A passage between sections of seats.
Aisle.
A man who is about to be married.
Groom.
Joined in marriage.
Married.
A passage between sections of seats.
Aisle.
Female friends or relatives who help the bride at a wedding.
Bridesmaid.
A boy at a wedding who holds the wedding rings.
Ring bearer.
Very beautiful or attractive.
Gorgeous.
Female friends or relatives who help the bride at a wedding.
Bridesmaid.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Married. When did you get married? Aisle. Please do not put your luggage in the aisle. Bridesmaid. I'm going to be a bridesmaid in my friend's wedding. Reception. Your wedding reception was beautiful. Gorgeous. It's a gorgeous day today, isn't it? Aisle. Please do not put your luggage in the aisle. Gorgeous. It's a gorgeous day today, isn't it?